And I walked into the house and said, oh, I just got fired. And my wife looked at me and started crying. And I said, that's okay, we're gonna start a company.
30 years ago, as Houston entered the last decade of the millennium, 7 intrepid men and their families bravely launched an enterprise that none could have predicted its challenges, and it changed their lives forever. Hear their stories as the founders answer questions and reminisce on early challenges and key decisions. All the turning points and pivots that built Costello Inc. into one of Houston's most admired companies and best places to work.
What was the biggest challenge when you started Costello, and how did you overcome it?
Probably the biggest challenge was initially convincing Steve to get on board. I don't know if you remember, but I worked on you for months.
Yeah, I know you did.
For months. We'd go to the Yellow Rose and drink beer and go, Steve, we got to quit. We got to move on. No, it's not the right time, Blake. And it went on and on and on. And finally, when at VMK we weren't getting our checks regularly, I finally walked into Steve's office and says, I'm gone. And I said, are you going to go or not? And you said, I think it's time. You had a bad day or something. And I kind of went, oh, shit.
Okay.
But that's when you went back and you came back 2 weeks later with a pro forma. So I think that was the biggest challenge, convincing Steve. Once I had Steve on board, it was a lot easier because he was the market guy that we needed, and the drainage guy too.
We just answered the phone.
Yeah.
And people, once they saw that we started our business, it was just, we pick up the phone and people were giving us work. What I didn't like about our business structure was that I got to take care of all the admin activities.
All the what?
The admin activities. And that was unfair. Blake was the chief operating officer, and he took care of all the technical stuff, and I got all the admin stuff.
But you were so good at it.
No, I wasn't good at that. I just had to leave my office door open because someone's coming in crying all the time. And then I'd go to Blake's office and I'd say, let's go out to lunch, and then I bitch at him because I'm getting all the crying and he's getting all the good stuff.
What was your hiring process like, and was it hard to get new people to come join Costello, being a new firm?
Hiring process was, I guess it was pretty loose. We all hired people that we wanted. We had interviews based on what the job was. I don't know if we really had a hiring process. Did we have an HR department in the beginning? We didn't, did we?
No,
Yeah,
that was me. I was HR, I was admin, I was accounting, I was everything, and also I was the bail bondsman for your people.
Oh, yeah.
I had a few bad hires.
Well, wait a minute.
We know who had some bad hires.
I had the bad hires because eventually Ralph came to my office and said, you're not hiring anybody anymore. And in fact, from now on, when someone comes to be interviewed, we're going to walk them by your office and you just wave.
I don't remember it as being difficult in the early days because we hired people that we knew, people that had worked for us in the past. There are a few of them that had some, a little apprehension on coming just because of security and their families and things like that.
You remember the fight over the computers because we would buy a new computer for each new employee and take it and give it to the oldest guy, and there was one fight one time between two of the guys that decided that they were more senior and should get the new computer, and you walked in and said, those are not your computers, those are my computers.
The welcome for new designers would not fly today.
Yeah.
If you remember.